Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world, and we're back to continue our playthrough of Phoenix Point, the Year 1 edition. And speaking of Year 1 editions, I think I read, was it last night or maybe even it was this morning, that they've announced a tentative date for the release of the next DLC for Phoenix Point. That would be May 25th. And if we're lucky, we can come at least in the neighborhood of that date for wrapping up this playthrough. Let's cross our fingers that all goes smooth and well. So at least when the new DLC is recent and new, we'll have a chance to jump into it without too much delay. So we'll find out. Hopefully we can time it to coincide with that. I don't know if that'll be possible, but I'm going to shoot for getting as close as I can to that date, wrapping this up. Then again, I don't know. I've had some surprises in my recording schedule up to this point at times, so we'll see, but we'll do our best. What we got here ahead of us is the Tiamat. We finished our supply run. We're going to get the Tiamat right now back down to the base, and there is the Tiamat chosen, and then we'll do the big shuffle, get our guys all rearranged on the Helios that we want to get the Tiamat headed off to our other base. And we have another attack. Let's take a look at this one. And this one, attacking force 12 versus 21 defending. Well, guess what? They can take care of themselves. Once again, I got a crew coming up here to this base to recover. I got crews that'll be recovering a little on the other base. And as long as Anu can defend themselves, we're going to let them defend themselves. I don't need the minor hits to New Jericho and Snedrian right at the moment anyway. So the only time I'll jump in on these Disciples of Anu's, at least in the near future, is if they look like they might lose. So there we go. Let's get this thing going again. And the Manticore has returned, and hopefully we can do a better job in the future of keeping our eyes on this stamina bar. I got to do a better job of listening into the future when you guys are yelling at me when you're viewing this episode and when you see these kinds of things, and hopefully I can better listen somehow and react to those. I'm getting silly. That doesn't make much sense now, does it? So anyway, we're back here. Let's juggle up our... Oh, no, actually, the Tiamat's not quite there. Let's get the Tiamat there. Okay, now we're all back to the base. Let's find out. I'm curious. Yes, the two. Yes, both Helioses are repaired. So it's time to shuffle away on our personnel to get them into the vehicle, the new vehicles they'll be flying on. And I guess we'll... Just because that's just the way it works in my head, the first Helios will get the first. We'll fill up the first Helios and have the second one. Or I guess we can go four and kind of keep it balanced at the moment. I think we have 7 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Scarab, and then 2 more at base. So we'll have 7. So we'll go 4 and 3 on the 2 different Helioses. And Callum, you'll be on the other Helios. And the other guys on the Helios will be Will Smith and Tim Allen. And Will Smith, while I'm thinking about it, I think your armor's ready for you. Let's go take a look at that. Yeah, it looks like the full suit's right there, ready and waiting for us. So let's take off this junky old independent stuff that you've been temporarily using. I was grateful to at least have it to provide you some kind of protection, but there we go. The other thing we'll have to worry about is the weight limits that you're carrying. And you have XP up the wazoo, so guess what? We're going to adjust your weight limit, so at least for the base right here, you have enough to be able to carry it without slowing you down. And we still got a lot of points here that I got to spend. I know it frustrates and drives some of you crazy that I keep so much in reserve, but we've been hanging in there and doing okay so far. And so I think, at least for this playthrough, this team, you guys are doing pretty well. We're getting away with it okay. So, but trust me, by the end of the game, we will not have pools like this still remaining. So anyway, let's get Will Smith up onto the last Helios. Now we have room for more. And what I may do, because I think there's one recruit left here, a priestess, and I may just hire, because now that I've chatted with some of you in the comments, I've got a better sense on how the priests and priestesses can help us, and I'm thinking maybe we'll join this Helmi Karonga, who will just be renamed rookie number whatever. I'm thinking we may just get our first priestess in this group. So let's hire her. Where do I want to get her hired to? Is there? I can choose the base, right? Yes. So let's get her down over in. I think it's R&D 9 is down where we are right now. That's where we're going to hire her. And we'll have more recruits coming up. So let's find her. We're going to have some more to name. So now that we've got a new rookie who is rookie number 15, we're going to rename real quick temporarily. And if you're looking for a character, this character is available, and we can modify her however you want, if that's the character you want. If you want to be a priest/priestess, not a problem. We're going to get onto the Helios, and we have a team of 8 boarded onto the Helios vessels. What we'll have to look at is what kind of armor we might have available for our newest rookie. And not much, so I guess what we're going to have to focus on is augmentations anyway. I know we want one of those head augmentations, and we'll get that done soon enough. Because what I'm probably going to do is take a look at those off camera to put the mutations of our priestess together and figure out exactly what I want to do. So once again, if you guys have ideas, you were great at offering ideas last time I put out these questions, but if you have ideas on some of the best augmentations you think may fit this priestess, especially with a trooper, strongman, and farsighted options to go along with her base priestess abilities, give me a note or two in the comments. Let me know what you think, and we'll see if we can't design this rookie the way you all want. And once again, if you want a soldier, this can be yours. Just let me know, because we're going to be naming rookies number 13 and 14 probably by the next episode. All right, so what I'm going to do is send the 2 Helioses out, start looking around, start scouting around, and let's find out where some of our nearest possible missions will be. I think what we're going to do, we'll kind of split them up a little bit and start hitting some of these unvisited bases, see if we unlock random searching sites here, and see what we can find that way. How about that as a plan? So Helios 3 is coming over here, and Helios 4, if we can find it, there we go. Helios 4 is going to come over to this haven right up here. And the other thing we want to do, okay, we found nothing here on that Helios, but and then the Tiamat, I don't believe personnel-wise there's anything left except the Scarab, so there's nothing else in the base or anything else. Good, it's empty, so it's time to send the Tiamat off in its intended direction, and that's towards our home base, where we're actually sitting right now. And I think Tiamat-wise, if we have any question marks on the way, not a lot, but we might as well pick out this lower India, south of India spot to send the Tiamat, and then start heading up this way. If we have any other unvisited sites, like maybe this one, we can stop along the way. So Tiamat, we're heading you over here for your first leg of your journey. And here we go, feed the hungry. Lately, the inhabitants of Kesh have been struggling to produce enough food for the entire population. Despite their best efforts, the field of transubstantiation is not growing properly. Their oh my goodness, there's a word I don't want to pronounce. Their anagnostes, who would normally find the source of such a problem, is unfortunately away on a pilgrimage. They plead for our help. And this sounds like a little bit of a Disciples of Anu with some of those names that they're throwing at my mouth here. Investigate the problem. I think we're going to probably just take the chance since we can afford it. See if we can figure out what's going on with their food production. We may take a slight, we're risking a slight hit though. But usually, sometimes these payoffs, when you have to pay a little, the payoffs just, it just seems like there's a potential to get something nice back. We're going to find out if this is the one exception or not, but let's find out. Well, the disciples didn't take anything negative, so what do you know? After a few experiments, our operatives determined that the problem lies with an unknown microorganism that has infested the haven. Its metabolic waste includes several derivatives of cinnamic acid, which inhibit growth in the fungi the disciples grow for food. So there you go. We gained back some of that rep that we lost a little while ago by raiding their haven, and this particular haven, we'll have to keep our eye on it because we just gained 15 attitude, and trade values may start working in our way at some point. Haven wise, we got a question mark here. We're going to send the next Helios up here, check this thing out, and then we got some question marks beyond that. In fact, we're picking up question marks all of a sudden just by hitting these bases. Idols. Arapka claims to be the birthplace of the apostle to the once born, the missionary-like figure sent to bring foreign havens into the Anu fold. Although there is no real proof of this in any of the canonical texts, Exarch Ellis has decided to build a massive statue to honor the apostle. All that's lacking is the right materials to build it with. Exarch Ellis is preparing to offer us a really good deal if we can help him. This is a one-time offer. So we can trade materials for food, trade materials for tech, or donate materials. Well, we're not hurting for tech or food. So I'm thinking we're just going to go ahead and donate. And we gained attitude with Disciples of Anu, and the Haven leader's attitude towards us is a massive plus 17. When he hears of our generous donation, Exarch Ellis is overcome with emotion, promising that the Phoenix Project will be credited on the plaque that will be attached to the statue's pedestal. So yeah, I gave up some materials, and we get our name on a plaque. Whoop-de-doo-dah. Let's remember that one to avoid it in the future. I think what we'll do is we'll take the next Helios right here, and we will start exploring here. In fact, we'll end up sending both there. And I guess what I got to do is we'll see if it works this way or not. If I have both Helioses parked here and we get ambushed, will only one of the Helios crew be out there? Will it only be the one that's doing the exploring, or will it be both? There's a question for us, right? So let's take Helios 3 headed on the way, and get Helios 4 headed on the way. We'll start the exploration and see how it works. If we find an ambush. I guess we won't know this time just yet. It's called Just Too Late Exploration Site. Our operatives have set down in what appears to be a destroyed haven. There was a fight here, and it wasn't pretty. It looks like the people in the haven turned on each other. There are bodies everywhere. No one survived, or if they did, they are long gone. So we're going to search. And we find some materials and food. Our operatives have recovered some resources, but found no indication of what caused the conflict. And I think now that we've done this, let's take over a quick look over at the Manticore. And we are just about ready to move on out and figure out where we want to go with the Manticore. I don't think on our base up here. Yeah, we still got 3 freaking days to see about anything up there. So maybe what we'll do is we'll send the Manticore up to some question marks over in this direction, see if they provide any kind of search site over on Greenland, if we're lucky, and check with these, 4 sites until at least our radar satellite gets done, see if we can find anything over here to help us link over here. And then also the Tiamat, one day, while we are all gray, wrinkled, and aged, we'll make it over here and be able to cross that barrier even if we don't find anything. So yeah, there you go. So we'll do one more hop over to an exploration site with our Helios, and we'll come back with the Manticore, and we should be good and ready to go with them. I believe we'll just jump one of the Helioses over here. Another one, Rite of Hope. Helios 4 arrives at Bad Tibera during the Rite of Hope, which reminds the faithful to look beyond the problems of the present and believe in a bright future. The citizens march through the haven, chanting, "Perfection is possible," and praising the exalted, the first human being to approach said perfection. After the ceremony, there is a feast, and the priests share some of their provisions with our operatives. So we'll thank them. And look at that, 300 food. And the Haven's leader attitude towards us has improved. So we're making friends with various havens along the way. Let's hope some trading opportunities exist at some point. After the feast, with a few beers in them, the priests are quite jolly. They share funny and sometimes graphic stories about how they used to believe the world was doomed and all the foolish things they did in their despair, but how they ultimately found hope in the exalted. So our food numbers are sitting pretty. Our materials are sitting okay. And tech, I'm really happy with that tech number right now. Let's get over to an exploration site. We'll send Helios 3 first, followed by Helios 4. And before we do anything there, let's get over... Oh, and the Tiamat arrived, and nothing eventful there. So, oh, except we found an exploration site. Look at that. Well, there's not much on the Tiamat right now, so I'm not going to do an exploration site with it yet. We will stop off at this haven and the question mark, and then we'll probably cross over. At that point, there's not much in between, and we'll then get the Tiamat over to the base to pick up its new team it's going to carry.
This is a message for the Phoenix Project. I thought you had what it takes. A phoenix rising from the ashes. The ashes. Ashes to ashes, nothing but a myth. You have struggled with stupidity at every turn. Suffered betrayals that brought humanity to the brink of extinction. Yet you can't see the obvious. Humanity cannot be saved without total transformation. Without becoming pure. Who do you think the savior should be? West? The coward West hiding behind his walls? The abominations that spread the disease? Or the idiots who think we should embrace the infected and live with them as pets? No. The pure will cleanse the world, and all flesh that opposes us will melt away. The festering pits of rot and decay will be forgotten, and a new order forged from blood, and titanium will rise. If the Phoenix Project thinks it has the strength to stop us, that's your foolish fantasy. You know where we are. Come if you dare.
Research complete.
Well, look at that. We finished our restricted bionic technology. We're going to have to take a look at all our bionics now. We should have every type available, so we're going to have to plan out how we want to spend and what kind of funds we're going to need to get the augmentations done that we want. They are expensive to do. I know one or two of you out there are expecting and looking forward to some augmentations, so hopefully we'll be able to get that looked at and proceeding soon. And triangulated. We have received a message from Subject 24 via an encrypted channel. Satellite triangulation has discovered an electromagnetic anomaly at the source. It appears to be a man-made structure. So the Bionic Fortress, this is the end game for the Pure, I do believe. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Good move, Phoenix Project. You think you can beat us at our own game? Tobias West fought the same way, and look at him now, trembling behind his walls and adjutants, terrified of every sound in the dark. You'll be like that soon, and you'll never know when that sound turns out to be us.
Well, to be quite honest, we've been handling the Pure quite okay. Last scavenging mission, another point in that argument, so we'll see. Let's go find out where this mission is. Let's see, Bionic Fortress. Holy smokes, it's a long ways away. Can we even reach such a place? Right now, I don't think we do. I think what we'd have to look at is getting our A-team, the Manticore. So the Manticore now, I think, has a new plan that we're going to try. We're going to see if we can get the question mark here, find a couple links to get over here. Gee, I don't know. I might be sending us on a wild goose chase, but I'd love to do that mission, to be quite honest. I mean, we have a path to here, and if we visit this haven, hopefully there's an exploration site that hopefully can connect us down here somehow. No guarantees, are there? No guarantees. The other option is activate this base, get a satellite going. Does it have one? No, there's more expenses. So we'll bring the Manticore down here. We're gonna see if we can find a path. If not, I'm not gonna sweat over it at least yet. That mission is not timed. It'll be there when we need to do it. But we're gonna bring the Manticore down in this direction now. Everybody's healed and ready to go. And that's our initial plan of action. Oh, we got another exploration site that the Tiamat found from stopping off here. I didn't notice that one also before. So we got one here and here. So on our way down with the Manticore, why don't we stop off at the exploration site since it's out of the way for anybody else. And we'd have something with the Helioses up here, don't we? Let's get a... Excuse me. Let's get exploring Helios 3 right here.
Synedrian Haven is under attack.
Now this one, I am very interested. Synedrian diplomacy, if we defend their haven, that's really going to give us some more support from them, and that's kind of what I want to have happen. So let's find out where it is and hope it's somewhere nearby. No, don't tell me this, and this one's going to disappear. They are overwhelmed, but I have no way to get there. The only one that could make it there right now is a Tiamat that would have a path to get over there. They could reach between bases, and that's just not something that can happen. So much for that. Let's continue with what we're doing. All right, the Helios 3 has set down outside an abandoned sewage treatment facility. Our operatives report that the smell is so disgusting, we might have to invent a new scale. Smells like survival. Well, if it smells that bad, how does that smell like survival? Well, let's search the site and find out. Scavenging up resources from a site like this is pretty awful work, but we need whatever we can get. Our operatives have recovered all the resources they could find. They were attacked by a mutated fluke worm, but in the ends, the fumes were more dangerous than the mutant. So a little bit of attack, a few more materials, and we suffered damage from it and stamina. So that's not major damage, not major stamina, but well, actually stamina-wise, yeah, that's starting to add up here. So I think what I'm gonna do, is it in my best interest to get up here and activate this base? We don't have a med bay up here to heal at. That's gonna output, but it's also gonna give us more scanning capabilities into the mist should havens and whatnots become visible over there. I actually I'm gonna pass right now, but I think what we're gonna have to do with the Helioses temporarily is get our stamina back. Yeah, stamina, well, not on these two guys here, it's not bad, but we're gonna take the Helioses back, then continue our exploration once we get our stamina back up. Notice I promised I'd keep track of our stamina bars better.
Synedrian, we are told, are working on ways to repel the mist. This by itself is not a sin. We do not condemn it, for the mist is a flood and brings life and death alike. They seek safety for their people, as do we. But if you push the flood away too far, you will die of stagnation. Synedrian has forgotten how to look beyond the flood, at the wide sea, at the future. Instead, they look inward, lost in a maze of reflections. What they offer is not salvation, but a trap.
All right, so Disciples of Anu, not happy with Synedrian right now. Speaking of which, you know, Synedrian's mostly hostile with, well, okay, so hostile here. At least from Anu's point of view, they're hostile towards Synedrian. Synedrian is not quite as hostile towards the Disciples of Anu. Interesting how all this works and plays out down here. We have something listed, a Zeus grenade is possible. Yeah, we don't need that right now. Okay, we got our last round. Oh, the good thing is when we need it, our personnel, we have the extra sniper rifles and whatnots that we were building, so that's also available. So once we get through this armor, I'm really not planning to build a whole heck of a lot more armor right away, right at the moment. Let's get back out here. Continue the Helios's move, the Tiamat's moving there, and the Manticore's moving here. So let's continue this movement around. And that's fine, let's keep going.
A Synedrian haven is under attack.
Now let's see if this one's closer. No! Why are all the Synedrian havens? The attacking forces are outnumbering them here, and the attacking forces are outnumbering them there, and I have no way to get over there right now to defend these poor Synedrian havens. This is bad, bad news for us. Why, if they could only be a little bit closer. The need to get across here on either side is just amazing. So maybe I need to activate this base, hoping that we scan and we get sight of something over here. So all of a sudden, just in case this base doesn't pan out, I feel there is an urgent and definite need to activate this base now. I'm going to go in here and do that. We have the funds to do it. We want to go in there and repair, excuse me. The research energy first, of course. And I guess it's not going to hurt to have a little extra research going on to help us out. And just in case we have an opportunity for another vehicle on this particular one, why don't we repair this facility? Now, it chewed up a lot of materials here. The other thing I want to build is the satellite. So all of a sudden our supplies are not looking as hefty as they once were. And let's continue. Everybody else is still moving where we need them to go. We need to sit here and help our stamina a little bit first. Okay, we've gotten here to Synedrian and nothing. So let's continue the final leg of our journey to the base. And let's explore here.
Haven destroyed.
Yep, so we lost the Synedrian. We got some new enemies to take a look at. The Arthron Shieldbearer Prime, he must have some amazing hit points. Look at that. Look at that. It's starting to get ugly. The only good thing is he is close range only, so hopefully he's not my biggest fear out there yet. Oh, this is looking pretty golden and fancy. I don't know that I'm interested in this Siren, but let's find out. 490 hit points. Acid Spray, which is now a new ability, in addition to the Mind Control. And this one can instill Frenzy on friendly characters, so other Pandoran characters. So yeah, this is a nasty little upgrade. Armor-wise, on the head, 40. At least it's the weakest armor of it, but it keeps buffing up just a little bit more. And the Skilla spawns Mind Fraggers, has the Monster Leap. Yep, ugly. And 3,950 hit points, 42 will points. Yikes. Not looking forward to dealing with these things. This is a slightly let's take a look at the difference between the two. Spawns Mist. What's the other one do? What's so different on the other one? Oh, Psionic Blast. Emits a sonic blast in a cone that dazes targets. So this is even worse than the other one. So we get both of them at the same time. So if we see the one with 4,000 hit points, run. God. Oh my goodness.
Research complete.
We finished the Chiron autopsy, so we get some more goods, and that's just in time after we spent a whole bunch. Wow, a lot going on. Research-wise, what do we have available new? Heavy cannon develop. Hell cannon. Let's get that lined up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get that one lined up. In fact, the Pandoran lair is there. We're going to do the heavy cannon first. Why not? Anything else? No. And let me just see how we're... Helios, we're almost back there. We got a little more stamina to go up, so let's just keep moving on. Oh, lovely. Nothing found. After several hours of exploration, nothing useful is found. Don't you love those sites? Now we're going to take... There's nothing else in between. Let's take our last jump down here with the Manticore. How are we with the Helios? Looks like stamina is just about back. We'll wait a couple more seconds. There we go. And time to get the Helioses moving once again. We're going to send them both up here to this exploration site.
Haven destroyed.
Yeah, what's this haven? Oh, this is, excuse me, this is Anu. We don't need to worry about that one. So let's continue. We got everybody else moving that we need to have moving. Alright, we're going to start our exploration. We are back here to pick up our team that we're going to take out on the Tiamat. But the only thing we can look at that's new here is we got some more recruits. We have a healing assault with some close quarters abilities, and we have a heavy with biochemist And not so caring about the cautious perk. I'm not going to do any hiring there quite yet at the moment. So what we're going to get aboard is, we're going to get our personnel loaded up that we have at the base. We're going to get all loaded up onto the Tiamat. And while we're here, we have a couple promotions, it looks like. Rookie 13. Return fire. Rookie 14 gets war cry. So even doing nothing at the base, you've gained some experience at least. And like I said, if you want these Rookie 13, 14, I'm going to be naming them by the time I record the next episode. So last chance to grab yourselves a Rookie. Rookie Heavy or a Rookie Assault. And let's go ahead and get them loaded up on the Tiamat. All right, bases are empty, vehicles are full, and we're ready to head on out. One thing I do want to do is take a look at Veronica, because if we run into any kind of ambush and I don't have these guys kitted out all the way, that wouldn't be wise, that wouldn't be smart. So we at least have your sniper rifle on you now. In fact, let's put it as your main weapon. Veronica, does that feel good to be outfitted at last? Brooke, we're going to be mutating you at some point is what I've decided. I just need to look at how I want to do that. So by next episode, we're gonna get that done. Kurt Russell, the same thing with you. You're going to run into mutations, so we're not going to outfit you at the moment. In fact, the one thing we can outfit you with that you're going to want is a stick. We can give you the stick. And what are we looking at? Do we have any of the armor? We got an Odin helmet. We can at least get on you while the other stuff's getting built. We can at least get you a weapon. Outfit you with the slam strike, give you some ammo. And for our heavy, the armor is being built for this last heavy. And we don't have ammo for that weapon, so yeah, we'll just kind of leave you free and easy right now without much to do, without much to hold, without much to carry yet. Alright, we are loaded up onto the Tiamat. We're going to head the Tiamat up in the direction of our base over here, and then head over here to see if we can pick up possibly some exploration sites that give us a path over here without having to wait for our satellite to do it for us. Alright, we'll continue our searching. And we've made it down here, and it doesn't look like we will be able to get that path over that we were hoping for. We will take the Manticore over to the exploration site here. And we found ourselves a scavenging mission. It's the Forsaken this time. We'll find out if they're any more difficult than the Pure that we went against on the last scavenging site. The one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hold off. Oh, the scavenging site's up here with the Helios aircraft. So that wasn't, we didn't finish searching down here. We haven't even gotten there yet. So the scavenging site's up here. I'm going to pause real quick, take a look at how much time we've gone by. Unfortunately, we've been doing a lot without any exact battles but at the same time, if I add a battle on and we've taken too much time, that's going to really make this a long episode. So let me see where we're at. So if either we're going to start out with this scavenging mission next time, or if we're lucky enough to have enough time, we'll squeeze it in now. So hang on. Alright, so it looks like I'd have to get this scavenging mission done in less than 20 minutes. And I don't think I've done a scavenging mission anywhere near that close yet. So what we're going to do, since I won't be doing this mission this time, and sorry about that, but we're going to explore another site or two just to at least make a full episode. And then we'll be able, and we will know that we'll be able to come back and start off with this scavenging mission next episode for sure. So we're definite and sure that we're going to have a battlefield map situation here. I guess it's not a bad thing per se, because if we want to do some augmentations, it's going to give you guys a chance to put in your input on how we should be doing these guys before I actually do this next episode and next battle, in case some guys on the Helios we'll be getting some of those upgrades and augmentations, mutations, whatever. It'll let you guys have some input, and I like the idea of letting you guys having some input, some feedback on what's going to happen. So let's go over and send the Helioses over to the next, and watch it be like a ambush, and we're going to be stuck doing it anyway. And we're going to explore down here. We're going to get the other Helios back up and moving over here also. And we made it here. Nothing happened at this site. Let's get ourselves over to the base and then explore here in case we have something visible up here. And we actually have a recover the vehicle site that we have found. Where are we on this one? That's down here. That's a cool one. We can get ourselves another vehicle, which, to be quite honest, I've kind of been eyeing that Aspida over there, in case you didn't notice. I think it'd be fun to have something that we could count on to paralyze and capture certain enemies. So yeah, we now have another mission. We have 2 missions to get ready to do next time. Coming back here. Now we're starting to line up the missions, and that's a good thing. So I guess we will stop at this point. This scavenging or exploration will continue or finish at the beginning of the next episode, after we do the check for a vehicle mission. And then if we have enough time and that doesn't take too long, then we'll be able to do a scavenging mission also. So we have our next 2 missions lined up. It's just a matter of will we fit them both in next time or not. This is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Remember, if you have any kind of experience or feedback, I know I've asked for this a lot, but this is the part of the game where I don't have a lot of experience. So I like to hear ideas. If you've had combinations that you've had fun with, or if you've had combinations you think you've been wanting to try and you want to see me try them out, let me know. Or if you have a specific idea on how you want your character augmented versus mutated, let me know, and let me know quick, because I'll be recording this episode with your ideas in mind, this episode coming up. So help me out. I'm looking forward to hearing from y'all. Hit me a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time, I hope. Thanks for watching.